Hello everyone, Pockets here. Back again finally with some more EVE Online. I know it's been a while. There's been a lot going on in real life. Again, I just can't seem to get out from under it. But it doesn't mean I've been idle. I have been playing games, just haven't had a lot of time to sit down and actually do a recording. But we are here. So I have been playing EVE a little bit in the background. I've also been more into playing some Magic Arena just because it, I get 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I can throw down a game. So that's been most of my gaming for the last almost a month. And so you'll see that showing up on the channel more as I get more sit-down time, but I definitely want to keep going with EVE. I've decided to go back, while we're waiting for the next event, go back to do a project I was working on before the Abyss, 8 my implants for it, and that's level 4 mission blitzing in my Machariel. So I do use a document for it. I'll show it to you here just real briefly. We won't go through it. I will link it in the comment section down below for those that want it. It's basically just everything you need to know about blitzing, level 4s, and burner missions. So we're starting with the blitzing level 4s. I will be working towards burner missions as well. This includes ship fits for the Machariel, as well as a Barghest fit if you'd like to fly missiles instead. Apparently there's some benefit to that, but I wanted to do it with the Machariel since I already own the ship. And yeah, so this is the document I will link, and this is what we're going to use going forward for our information. You can also see at the top I have the mission stuff open just so that we can double check things like where it's tanking and stuff if we forget. But for the most part, it's pretty self-explanatory. It just tells you which missions to run. It's in the order, roughly the order of profitability. So like Recon's the most profitable. Rogue Slave Trader 2 is the least. And these are the only missions we want to be running. We will have to, if we end up with some of the ones that require a frigate, we will definitely have to go get my interceptor for that or another frigate, but let's get into it. So for this fit, it's twofold. There's the Machariel fit as well as our implants. Now let's go with the implants first because they affect the fit. I'll show you what we got. It is a bit expensive to start getting into, so we don't want to do this lightly. I do have my Gallente standings up to 5, so I can fly level 4 missions for all Gallente corporations. I mostly did that running the Sisters of Eve Epic Arc every 3 months, and storyline missions when they come up, although I haven't done this one yet, just because I don't feel like it. But here we go. So I've only fit with the mid-grade. You can go high if you want to spend even more, and it'll affect some of the numbers. But so mid-grade, Ascendancy Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon. That's the 5 slots. What these basically give you is +3 bonus to perception for the mid-grade and a 1% warp speed bonus. It also gives a 10% bonus to the strength of all Ascendancy secondary effects. So for every other Ascendancy we get a 10% increase, we have 5. So we're getting a 1.5% bonus per thing. It's pretty cool. So they all kind of do the same thing. This one gives 3% to memory and a 2% bonus to warp speed, so we're actually getting 3% bonus here. Gamma, it's 3 and 3, so on down the line. Epsilon being the highest, 5%, but remember we're getting a 50% bonus, so I don't want to do the math, but we get a big bonus to warp speed here. We have a warp speed, instead of the Omega, I put this in. The Omega is really expensive, and really unless you're going with the high grades, you actually get a little bit more out of the Rogue warp speed, the WS615. We have a 15% bonus to warp speed here. If you do the high grades, you might be better off opting for the Omega in this slot. Gunslinger motion prediction just for tracking on our projectile guns. Navigation hyperlink. Another 5% to afterburner Microwarpdrive speed boost, so this helps us move faster on grid. Surgical strike gives us more DPS, like more damage. 5% bonus to all turrets. And then large projectile turret 5 gives us another turret damage bonus. Okay, so that's our implants. I will try to link this list as well as part of the fit. I'll do it through Pytha if I have to. I think we can actually resave it with the... That's the thing. We'll do that. Alright, so that's our fittings, or our implants. Let's take a look at the fit for the ship. Now, the document's a little outdated. We did get a slight modification to the Machariel. So we did lose a low slot, if I remember correctly, added a high slot. So on his fit, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 7 lows, and we only have 6. So we had to modify the fit a little bit. I dropped a Gyrostabilizer and added, I believe, the sensor booster here, just to give us quicker lock-on times. Helps with targeting things a little quicker, get our DPS out sooner. I may swap this out for some other stuff. We'll see how it goes. I have yet to use the cap booster. It's nice to have it in emergency because we are not actually stable without it. You can see here, if we have it off, we're running everything. We have a minute, but we're pulsing. We can get up to nothing running. We're stable, but as soon as we're trying to move faster or rep armor, we lose a bit of time. So I'm going to play with this. I have this for emergencies if we do run out of cap. It hasn't come up yet. Maybe swap both of these for like public large batteries or something, but we're not going to go there yet. Let's go through the fit as it is. So in the highs, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 800mm repeating autocannons. So these are the short range autocannons. Currently fit with hail, but we'll be switching that out as we go. Fall off range is like 28 kilometers, but we can actually apply pretty good damage out to like 50. Within 50. Especially once they get under 30, it starts applying quite well. That's the advantage of projectiles, is the very large fall off gives you lots of actual range outside of the obvious. Once they get under that, we'll just shred them. Tractor beam, because there's some missions where you want to loot something and you just tractor it to you as you're lining out. I do have a tractor beam too for the extra range and speed. If we have the Microwarpdrive on, this thing cannot actually keep up with us. We do 1500 with the Microwarpdrive, but that's our highs. Shadow Serpentis 500 meganewton Microwarpdrive. This is kind of for fitting. I also just had it laying around. It is what he recommends in his document, but you could cheap out if you wanted to and go down to a smaller one, but you're going to run into cap and fitting issues possibly. This ship is expensive, but the idea is that once you get really good at it and start to know what you're doing, you have everything down pat, you can get up to like 100 to 200 million an hour between bounties, loot, missions, and LP end-ins. Anyways, so worth it if this is what you want to do. Heavy Capacitor Booster 2. He has a Meta 1 fit. I just had this 2 hanging around, so rather than buying, I just slapped it on. And Navy Cap Boosters, I believe he doesn't use the Navy Cap Boosters. I don't remember. I'd have to look at the document, but I think he just uses Cap Charge 800s. I had 800 Navies laying around, so I grabbed them. It just lets us fit an extra 1 or 2 in the booster here, so we don't actually have to bring any with us in our cargo hold. I said Sensor Booster 2 with Scan Resolution script helps us lock onto targets quicker. 3 Tracking Computer 2s with tracking scripts. You could also put range scripts in here. I don't actually have any. I haven't needed them yet, as we close the distance pretty fast with our Microwarpdrive. 3 Gyrostabilizer II is pretty standard. Corpus X type large armor repper. Another expensive module, but it's worth it. You get a lot of extra repping power out of it and less capacitor use, that sort of thing. And then I grabbed Dark Blood Hardeners just because they're not that much more than the Tech 2s, and I had a lot of these laying around, and just to keep them all the same, I grabbed the Dark Bloods instead of the Tech 2s. So you can see here I have basically 2 of each, and we swap them out depending on the mission. So this is in our station. What I usually do is if I'm moving on, I will pick up my Hardeners and a few of the Cap Boosters and a little bit of each ammo. What I'll do is I'll run missions for these guys until I run into the situation where I can't skip the mission anymore, and then I pack up and I move to another station to just run missions for that guy. Just seems to work well for me. If it's in the same system, I may not even pick everything up, but I try to. Yes, that's that. For the drones, I just have 2 geckos to help with some DPS. You don't need to run geckos. You can run like hammerheads, not hammerheads, heavies, the ogres, or whatever heavies help against the rats that you're facing. I like the geckos. I have a few laying around, so I brought them. And just some hobgoblins to help take out tackle on some of the missions that do have scrams, disruptions, so you can warp out. And that's great. The other option you could do is you can use sentry drones. That's what you want to do. A lot of the times, if you're going to want the extra DPS, you're going to be stationary. So like if you're taking out a whole bunch of battleships, you could get within range, stop, and use wardens to take out things as they come in. But this works well for me, so that's some tweaks I made from what was in the list. And then just typically in the cargo hold, I bring 2,000 or so of whatever ammo I need. Last mission required explosive kinetic, so I used hail just for the extra little bit. Worked really well. And without looking at our court balance, You can see here, this is my current balance. I just bought a bunch of implants, so you can see here lots of stuff was spent recently, but this was just from today. I started right here. So from 8:55, so about 40 minutes, not even 20 minutes, I gained, what, say 2.5, 3.5, 5.5, 6, 7, oh, a couple million, 10 million almost, just in the 20 minutes. And that was with talking in chat as well and all that. So not bad. 20 minutes made 10, 15 mil plus LP turn-ins, which I haven't even looked at yet. But this is the fit. Let's get ourselves a mission. We're going to compare it to our list. I think the one he actually offered me is a good one. So we'll look at it here. That's this guy here. It's the right hand of Zaz Mataz. So if we go back and we look at our mission, this one's actually fairly far down on the profitability list. So this is one we could skip if our standings were high enough. And they kind of are, but I don't want to risk it. So I'm just going to build up a few more. But let's look at what it says. It's nice and easy. You'll see here, right hand Mataz. On landing, burn straight for Zor. Kill only the ship spawning close to him, the cruiser and battleship. Line out, destroy the structure. Remember to loot Zor in case he drops an expensive implant. Use Plasma or Inferno. So we're going up against Thermal and Kinetic, I believe. We can use this here. We go into the wiki here, and we go to right. Elemental BQR, right. Up here somewhere. Level 4. And it just shows us it should be Kinetic Thermal. Yeah, Kinetic Thermal, Kinetic Thermal. So we refit our ship. We go do this. We are going to bring up our fitting. Put this away because we don't need it. We're going to unfit ammo. Going to unfit. We have our kinetic. We can drop that. Put on our thermal hardener. And our RF ammo. So we're going to... Where is it? Yeah, Fleet Fusion? Phase Plasma, right? Thermal Kinetic, that's the one. Is that what he said? Anyway. He said to use again? Do I still have it up? I do. Let's hide that for you guys. Yeah, Republic Fleet Plasma. I just read RF and I was like, what? That's Republic Fleet. Okay, so we put that in. We'll put these in the hold. We're actually getting a little low on the plasma, so we'll have to go get some more. That's everything we bring with us. And let's get to it. Where are we going? We are going to one jump over. So I forgot to mention, let's take a look at it before we undock because it's important. Big thing here is with everything. Don't want at this because we're not going to have this on when we warp out. So align time's like 8 seconds, but we warp at 7.5 AUs per second. So the idea is we spend less time traveling between missions and back. So we're going to be able to warp pretty quick with this setup. It aligns fast. We do 1500 meters per second with the warp drive on, microwarp on. And I've only done this now. I did 3 missions. I did the Rogue Slave Trader 1 and 2, and I did Pirate Invasion before I started recording, just to kind of get a feel for the ship. But you can watch how fast this thing actually warps. Again, so with Zor, we'd probably kill him, loot the can, or like pull the can with the tractor as we align out back to the cat system. Are we bumping? No, we're just gonna warp. Like, there you go. Beautiful. So yeah, we don't spend a whole lot of time in warp, and that's the point. I forgot to actually show the rigs, because I get distracted easily, as you all know. So I have T2 large hyperspatial velocity optimizer rigs in here as well, which also give us a bonus, 25% bonus to warp speed. This is actually pretty amazing when I'm in this setup and I'm flying my interceptor. It goes really fast when I have these implants. Okay, so we're gonna align, we're gonna close that, we're gonna power up our mids. I'm clicking with the mouse just to show it. I usually use hotkeys. If I fumble a bit, that's why, because I'm used to using my hotkeys. We're gonna go do this thing. Land, burn straight for Zor, kill him, kill the battleship and cruiser that spawn near him, kill the structure, warp out. Forget what the structure is called, but it's probably the... I think it's this one? The bunker? I'll have to look as we kill Zor. Where is Zor? There he is. That. We have to kill... Let's put our Microwarpdrive, duh. And once we get close, we'll get our geckos out. I think it's 45 or 50 we can get them to. Yeah, it's okay. I set my warnings to let me know early. Destroy outpost headquarters. Right there. We'll lock that up as well. That's all of our targets locked. We shouldn't have... The elite frigates might actually scram. We'll have to watch for that as well. We're gonna tilt this to the side here. Ugh, I don't want to bump into the output of the array. Go, go, go. It is slow to turn with the Microwarpdrive on, so we're probably gonna bounce, which is not good. That's okay. And we're gonna grab Rex. We'll grab that. We can tractor it up. And that is 6. Whereas our geckos are doing fine. We can turn our repper on. So we're going to have to turn this off so it actually catches up to us. Quickly, before it outdistances us, we might actually lose tractor on it. No! Yeah, we did. Crap. That was a misplay. I didn't mean to do that, so now we have to go back for it. Turn. Might be a mistake, that's okay. Get our geckos in because they're going to die. Because I took a brunt of our damage here. That was a mistake and a half, huh? One pulse will get us in range. It's okay, we're going to hold. I messed up, but that's okay. Come on, Gecko. Don't die. Get home. Come on. I'm going to fly straight this way until the Gecko gets in. I'm hoping he gets home. Ugh, we might lose a Gecko here because I wasn't paying attention. How far out is he? Oh yeah, we've lost him. That's okay, I have spares. That sucks. That really sucks. Oh. So there's a reason to not use geckos. Just for the record. It's because they're expensive. That's about 100 mil I just lost, so it's going to take an awful lot of missions to repay that. We may not loot this thing. We'll pulse this once just to give us extra cap, and that's why we have it, for when I make mistakes like that. So again, I'm going to show these things, warts and all. Obviously that was not the optimal way to run it. Lots of misclicks. Did all that, not bad. And then we're going to warp to cat. Boom. I lost both my geckos. What happened was they got webbed down by the frigates and they couldn't get home. I probably don't even need them, to be honest, but oh, that makes me sad. I think I have a couple more left. Let's take a look. Search. Gecko. Yeah, I have 2 left in there. That's okay. That's okay. No, I don't need those on. Good. Dock. Okay, so that was the least successful of the 4 missions, and of course I was recording for it, so you guys got to see it in all of its glory and fail. But that's okay. That's okay. That's what we do here. Reload our guns, hand in the missions, see what else we can get. I can't believe I just did that on camera. Alright. Yeah, you can see, including my discussion, that was 20-ish, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. We're going to get the bounty for that. We could, with all rights, be done the mission before we get the bounty for Zor and his friends. So, see here as we hand in the mission and we prep for the next one. I will do one more on camera just to show that I actually do know how to play. It seems that as soon as I'm recording, so there's almost 1 million just for the hand in, plus the LP, 2,000. And if you're looking at about, you want to get 1,000 per LP, right? 1,000 ISK per LP. It's another million, 10 million. How come I can't math today? Utilities, calculator. So say 10,000 times 1,000 is, yeah, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's another 10 million in LP if we can get it that rate. So not bad for 15 minutes work. Nomic base, we're going to skip though. Not on those yet. Silence the Informants is not on our list, and I've already skipped one with these guys. So I'm going to pack up and move to the next station. So what I'll do is I'll pack up and I'll move to the next station. And I'll bring you guys back once we are there. Hold tight. We'll reload our capacitor booster. So hold tight. I'll be right back. Okay, so we are traveling to Charm. So we're going to take a few more jumps. It's not too bad with this fit. So we go pretty fast. We'll see what we get from mission once we get there. But some updates. So there's been some interesting things going on in Malro. We've grown quite well in the last few months, which is great. I'm pretty happy with where everything's going. We just recently getting ourselves set up in a wormhole. I don't even actually remember. I think it's a C2. I'll have to look. But we are getting ourselves set up in a wormhole. We had a couple of guys that were interested in that, so I've given license to one of them to do it. That'll be awesome. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to move Cursed, probably Cursed and Ander into our wormhole just to see. Currently Cursed is an alpha, but I'm going to make him Omega probably, and we'll do some stuff in that wormhole as well, just for more stuff to do. I am looking forward to the Easter event, which should be happening the next few weeks here, so we'll see a lot of that. A lot of our guys are running Co-op Abyss, especially Co-op Abyss, some other Abyss as well, but Frigates Abyss, either soloing it or running it as co-op. So we'll be doing some more of that on the channel as well, if that's what people want to see. I'm thinking more just, you know, I will play with the guys and record it, and we'll do kind of the raw footage deal like we have done in the past couple group events. Fob bashing has still continued. We still try it. We've been trying some tweaking some things. We've lost some ships trying, you know, various setups and that sort of thing, but that's all part of the learning. And we have a few guys that are interested in setting up low-sec roaming as well, so that's all stuff that we've been kind of building towards, and it's pretty exciting. I'm hoping that over the next few months, as we saw Lucy Liu, I wonder if that was actually Lucy Liu or someone with the same name. I didn't catch the spelling, couldn't look. Maybe he's in this system, we can look. Anyway, yeah, just lots of growing, and lots of that background stuff is where I've been spending my time, facilitating, giving people the roles they need to do what they want, what they need to do. So it'll be interesting. Once I get my stuff into the wormhole, I will start showing that off as well. The hardest part's going to be getting Ander moved out of his current hole, moved over, so I'll probably do that last. I'll probably move Cursed in as soon as we're sort of set up and I can gain access. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a lot of industry, I imagine, because that's kind of what most of my guys do now, is mining and industry. We do have our contingent of combat pilots that do missions and Abyss and escalations, which is also awesome. And there we go. So we are now in Charm. We're going to dock up here. If we do get one of the ones, if we get Recon, I will have to go get my Interceptor. It's 4 jumps away back in Pemin, but that'll be really quick. I'll show you guys how fast that thing warps if that comes up. Actually, I can show you because I have it in here. Our Hells. Malediction. Yeah, so with my implants, I do 17.7. Really great instant line, really good traveling with these implants. Probably don't want to do it through nullsec, even though it is nullified. Probably pretty safe, but no, you get caught. You don't want to lose a billion-esque implant to a smart bombing gate camp or something. But it is pretty awesome in high sec just for getting around. Alright, so we're going to unload all this into this place. Actually, let's not unload until we've seen what the mission is. That's probably a better idea. Security level 4. There's one here, I think. Yeah. There's actually a few in Charm that we can run missions for, so we'll see what we get. We can decline this. We don't want to do those yet. I do have some Daredevils saved up that I want to fit. Recon, look at that. So we can do Recon 1 and 2, and then you skip the third one. So let's go ahead and cut here for a second. I'm going to run and get my Interceptor. Show you this part. That worked out quite well, actually. So I will be right back. And we're in Charm, so we'll dock up, we'll get our mission, and we will go run it. So this one's really quick. You just warp to the gate, take it, and then warp out. So this will be super fast, and it pays for its time. ISK per time is super fast. I probably should have checked if that was in low sec, but with this one, even if it's in low sec, I'll do it. I'll be fast enough that they probably won't catch. Even if they're trying, they'd have to be pretty much ready for me. So I know from Charm sometimes the missions were right next to Banjir, which is low sec. So sometimes missions will spawn out there. But that's okay. We are going to grab this mission. Oh, it's right here too, so we'll do step 1 and 2. Right, dock. So it's basically land on grid, warp to the gate, jump the gate, jump out, and then jump in again, go straight towards the gate. When the enemies spawn, warp out. We have no tank. I probably should fit a tank. I think I used to do this with a tank. We'll have to see now that I've already gone out. Probably should have swapped out like... we have the Microwarpdrive. We'll be okay. Says. Okay. Can't remember if this is like the cloud you fly through, so hopefully we're just going to fly fast enough that it won't matter. Where's our gate? Where is it? Why can't I see it? There it is. Look how fast that is. Almost instantly aligned as well, which is great. Should. Okay, where were we at? Dock back up. Get out, get out, get out. Just like that. So that's how fast that goes, and we make 3 mil, almost 2.1 million plus 6 million. Not bad for a few seconds work. And we can do this now. We can get the second one and then can it. Third one's not worth doing, apparently. Right. Yep. And we complete the mission. Let's just take another quick quest to tier 2, recon 2. Accept. Undock. We'll leave this up. But yeah, so this is if you don't want to do the escalations, you don't want to do the abyssal sites, that sort of thing. This is a way to just grind ISK. Do this, as quick as you can. Some of the missions are pretty fun. I like Dread Pirate Scarlet because you chase her through multiple gates. You don't have to kill anything in the other rooms. You just like fly towards, jump the gate, kill her in the last room, and get out. You have to have the gate key for that, however. So if you don't have it, you do have to kill the stuff in the first room. But once you've done it once and you've got the key, so now we're going to burn towards it and then warp out. And we are going to warp to... Where's our... Right... Wait, what? Indestructible acceleration gate should be here somewhere. I don't see it. Why don't I see it? Right here. Alright. Micro jump drive towards it. Or micro warp drive. Fast. Oh, there it is. You could have looked at it that way. And we will bring her up. She is Fed Administration Information Enter. Should be this one. Just get ready, because once we're... Oh, come on. Luckily, we're pretty quick without it, but this is what we want to do. And then once you get within about 10 of it, it'll happen real quick. Turn this off. Spawn. Flip around. And out. And so there's another 2 mil, just under. All right. So those were pretty quick missions. Worked all right. Got through that. We'll see what the next mission is. If it's a quick one, we'll do it. I didn't bring my gate key, so we're going to have to kill the first room, I think. Kill the initial spawn to get the gate key. If we do get Pirate Scarlet, I left it at home. Go ahead and cash this in real fast. And then we're going to request mission. It's going to be the third part. We're going to drop that because this is a kill everything mission. No, I don't want that. Okay. Where are you? Where did she go? Did I go to the wrong spot? I did. This isn't the right one. But that's okay. We remotely completed it. Let's get to the right spot. That's funny. Which one is it? We will just do it by going here. Dock here. Good thing we're fast. I keep forgetting which one it is. Should memorize which moon it's on. So it's moon 4. It's the one we want. It's a good idea to know where you're going if you're trying to do things quick. But yeah, and you just do this, you know, you do it for an hour and you make up to 200 million worth of stuff. It's not great. Obviously, if you're in null doing things, you can make that as well. And if, I think a lot of it will actually come from doing burner missions more than the other. But there you go. We can decline it once. Let's decline it. Next mission. Anomic base we can decline. The anomic missions you can decline without taking a hit. Attack of the drones is not one that we want to be doing. So normally we could decline this, take a small standings hit, but I'm not going to do it yet because I don't want to risk dropping my faction standing too low. I'd have to look. I don't think it affects it, but it could. So then we'll just do the agency. We'd find another level 4 mission to go to. There should be a lot here in Charm. We're close to it within a jump or two. Why can't I? No, we don't want to do this. Do any. Should find a few more in Charm or in around Charm. Oh, we have... We already have one open. Oh yeah, that's right. This is our... What mission did he offer us? Silence the Informant. Which is also not in our deal. So I would warp to this. Oh, it's in Cat. Not Cat. We don't want to go to Cat. That's 5 jumps away. Here we go. We could go to Castleman, which is right next door. But that is going to give us Federation Navy, which is faction warfare. We go to Rodin, which is 4 jumps away. They've got a good LP store, so that's probably where I'd head next. I just take my battleship, head over to Rodin, and continue grinding this. The other option would be to take the hit, because you should be able to build it up, as long as I don't drop my faction standing too low. Which I already have 5 for this. Anyways, we could do all sorts of things, all sorts of options. We don't have Rodin up to 5 yet, as you can see right here, so we can get this Rodin now because of my... Can't even words anymore. Galente faction standings. And yeah, there we have it. So that's what I would be doing if I wanted to do missions, which I would be grinding up. I know it was a little haphazard. I've only, like I said, done like 3 of them before I started recording, so oops. But yeah, I could see myself spending an hour doing this, chilling. The next video, I'm hoping will be trying to do some co-op T5 Abysses. I kind of want to see if I can hunt down the carrier site, or the capital shipyard site that's been released. It'd be fun to see that for ourselves. So I'm hoping to get that set up here in the next day or two. I got sick overnight and just couldn't do it yesterday, and yeah, so I'm just going to try to set up a time for that once this clears. I want to be 100% focused, not on meds for that one. Some PvP stuff in the wormhole would be fun. Low sec roams. I plan on recording all of that, as well as the Easter event, which should be coming up here in the next couple weeks. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. This is kind of like the top tier for mission running. Once you get here, it's either this or clearing sites with marauders. That's kind of like your end game mission running, so it's something to work forward to. I will link the document in the comment section, as well as my fit for the Machariel and my implant layout, and you can find that in the description if that's what you're interested in. As always, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you got something out of it. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought, and we'll see y'all next time. As always, take care of each other, and I'm out of here.